hard-charging LA lawyer you don't want to hear from if you're a man in the tabloid news. Gloria Allred is her name. She represents women with high-profile claims to having been wronged. Actresses, ex-wives, and now several of Tiger Woods' alleged mistresses. Supporters call her a feminist avenger, but Allred's flair for commanding public attention and wielding the threat of scandal have made her a divisive figure. David Wright reports.
What you have not heard from the Elin exclusive.
How did one of the ugliest divorces...
The swinging bachelor back on his game.
The divorce history.
Behind many a great tabloid story, including the one that's back in the headlines this week,
I've certainly made a lot of errors in my life, and that's something I'm going to have to live with.
stands a lover scorned, or in Tiger Woods' case, multiple lovers scorned. An ex-wife who this week broke her silence in a tell-all interview with People magazine, and many alleged former mistresses still nursing a bit of a flame.
I allowed myself to have feelings for him. I allowed myself to believe what he was saying.
You fell in love.
I did.
And behind several of Tiger Woods' alleged ex-lovers stands Gloria Allred, attorney not just for former porn star Jocelyn James,
I kind of don't fit in the uniform,
but also Rachel Yucatel, who reportedly settled her claims against Woods for $10 million.
Do you feel like the woman who brought him down to size?
No. I think it was Tiger Woods who brought himself down.
But were it not for Gloria Allred, he might not be in the situation he finds himself in this week. Fair to say?
I think that Tiger Woods needs to be accountable.
She should have at least as much of a right.
Allred is that Los Angeles lawyer you tend to see in front of a bank of microphones.
I'm attorney Gloria Allred.
And the sheer number of microphones gives you some indication.
Another alleged victim.
Whether it's a British actress accusing director Roman Polanski of sexually abusing her as a teenager.
I'm attorney Gloria Allred. To my right is Amber Fry.
Or the ex-girlfriend of Scott Peterson, a man later convicted of murdering his wife. People are riveted by what her clients have to say.
There's a lawyer who represents a lot of celebrity men in this town, and I've said to him, you represent the Hollywood bad boys, and I represent the women they hurt. I do believe that women should not have to suffer in silence.
And you give them a megaphone.
I help them to have a voice.
A recent profile in Harper's Bazaar pictured her clad in armor, a feminist crusader.
For a long time, these Hollywood bad boys had this sense of entitlement, that they could do whatever they wanted to women and get away with it and just walk away and leave that human wreckage behind. And I want to empower those women.
The mere fact that she's talking to a person connected with a big case is news to someone, a hint that another high-heeled shoe may be about to drop.
We believe that he has not been rehabilitated.
Allred's name is synonymous with scandal, the punchline in Saturday Night Live skits.
It's just that I'm very lonely and I would like to give you a bath. I'm going to be contacting Gloria Allred.
And on Chelsea Handler's late-night comedy show.
I was at home watching an episode of 2.5 Men, and I felt violated. I immediately called Gloria Allred, and she got me $1.3 million. I never have to strip again, but I'm gonna.
Words are never going to deter me.
The New York Times recently described you as somewhere between a crusading feminist avenger and a deluxe ambulance chaser. Are you offended by that description?
Over the 35 years I've been practicing law, we have done more women's rights cases than any other private law firm in the nation. We have won hundreds of millions of dollars for victims, and we're very, very proud of our reputation. I don't necessarily represent nuns or angels, although I have to say I've received some very, very nice notes from some nuns that I know who've commended me on my activism for women.
Well, they don't call her Gloria Take No Prisoners Allred for nothing.
Jody Fisher is another of Allred's clients. Just a few weeks ago, her explosive allegations of sexual harassment against the CEO of Hewlett-Packard, Mark Hurd, resulted in his sudden ouster and spawned a huge shareholder lawsuit.
How was it that she was able to help you?
You know, I think she was my advocate. What I did with Gloria is I told her my situation, and she helped me. And that is probably about as much as I want to say about that.
Do you feel like justice was done in the end?
Boy.
I don't think she can comment on that. I'm sorry.
Allred is nothing if not protective of her clients. She empathizes with them.
I had many of the same challenges that many young women still face today. Having been myself a victim of rape in Mexico many years ago, having had to have an abortion when abortion was illegal, and having been discriminated against on account of my gender in my very first job as an assistant buyer at Gimbel Brothers department store, where I earned less than a man.
Home sweet home.
Well,
money is no longer a problem for Allred. Her practice is clearly a lucrative one, judging from her Malibu beach house.
What a view.
Thank you.
Paid for, presumably, by her contingency fees. 30% of the settlement money extracted from people like Tiger Woods, not to mention book deals, movie rights, and so on.
I consider her, if I may say, my best work.
Law, in its most popular mass market form, is something of a family business.
Certainly that would come out at trial. That's
Attorney Lisa Bloom, legal analyst for CBS News, is Allred's daughter.
And to stand up for what I believe in. I think that's the most important thing. That's what my mom always does.
It seems like a lot of the cases that you take on don't end up in court.
That's true.
Tried to some extent in the court of public opinion. You seem particularly adept at that.
Well, actually, there's another alternative as well.
Okay.
I have kept many secrets from the press, many confidential settlements with some of the highest profile people in the world that they have never found out about, that they never will find out about, that I will take to my grave, because I am the vault.
But when she wants to get something noticed, there's no one better.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Zoe.
This morning, she held a news conference in West Hollywood, calling an end to a 30-day hunger strike for the Equal Rights Amendment. She's had no solid food for a month.
You must be hungry.
I'm hungry for justice.
After we joined her today as she broke fast at the Ivy with some other high-profile clients.
I'm looking forward to my first meal.
Robin Tyler and Diane Olson hired Allred to sue the state of California so they could get married. One of the cases that prompted the California Supreme Court to lift the state's ban on gay marriage.
So last time we were able to win 35 out of 38 states.
Allred likes to think of herself as a modern-day suffragette, fighting for women's rights one case at a time.
But the suffrage movement seems like a world apart from the mistresses of Tiger Woods.
The mistresses of Tiger Woods are only a small part of my practice. In 35 years, I have represented literally thousands of women.
She says it's not her fault if the media pays more attention to some of her clients than others. And as for the case that's on everyone's radar right now,
as you watch Tiger Woods brought down to size a bit this week, do you feel satisfaction?
I feel sorry for him. I really don't take any joy in what has happened to him.
Do you feel like any good has come from this story?
I do. I think that secrets destroy people. And I don't think he really has been fully accountable to each and every person.
By writing them a letter or writing them a check?
It really depends on the situation and the particular facts. I hope he's learned from this, but I guess we'll have to wait and see.
If Gloria Allred has anything to say about it, and no doubt she does, Tiger Woods probably shouldn't put away his checkbook just yet. I'm David Wright for Nightline in Malibu.